Guys, well, let's not waste time. Let's get right into this RYZE challenge and let you hear my candid view about RYZE. I first want to start off by saying why I chose to do RYZE, or why I decided to go ahead and try the RYZE. Please understand that I am not a medical professional. I'm not a doctor in any way. This is just my personal candid experience on the RYZE, and I just wanted to share it with you for anyone out there who may be thinking about it or deciding if they want to try RYZE or not. So part one of why I chose RYZE. First of all, I want to put my first day here. I'll insert that here so you can kind of see the first day I started. I took a picture of my belly just so you can kind of gauge, and I can kind of gauge also how it was going. So I was always bloated. I mean, this has been going on for over a year, maybe even approaching 2 years. I have a huge problem with bloating and distension and just digestive. I don't go very often. I wasn't going very often. I was lucky to go, once a week. Sometimes we'll even push it over into the next week. If I did things to kind of help it along, I was able to go, maybe twice a week if I'm lucky, but still most of the time just 1 week. I rarely ever had hunger pains. Just the thought of food would just make my belly even extend more. Even before I could even chew the food up, just chewing it in my mouth, I didn't have a chance to swallow it yet, and I'm already feeling just uncomfortable. Eating just wasn't enjoyable to me at all. So I would make a lot of smoothies, and I would, do things like that and drinking things like that to kind of make me feel full and to get something inside me. So that is kind of how I would do most times. Yes, I would eat, but I would always pay for it after I ate. So if I ate something, it was something that I really wanted to eat, and I knew I was going to pay for it, but I ate it anyway because I have to eat. So holidays were the worst. In my family, I'm usually the one that cooks Thanksgiving dinners and stuff like that, and I love dressing, cornbread dressing, and so I couldn't even really enjoy eating. I would sit around and see everybody else eating, and yes, I would have some, but I knew that I was going to pay for it, like I was saying before. So I would just eat very little, put some up for later. It was just hard to enjoy eating or at all, or just think about eating. So that was one of the main reasons that I wanted to, try something else. I had already been advised to eat fiber, put fiber in my foods, get some fiber solutions to make, they put it in the water, stool softeners, laxatives, even milk of magnesia. Even though the milk of mag did kind of work and produce some things, it was always kind of short-lived, and it was just always temporary, and I was just tired of going through that. So I kind of seen, the situation on going down my feed about RYZE, and I'm just not one for the hype, so I kind of looked into it and seen the ingredients and kind of did a little bit of research and see if that was something I was, wanting to try to do. So I figured with all I was going through, I couldn't even bend down and tie my shoe. All of my shoes are like this, because I can't bend down to tie them. I mean, I can, but it's just very uncomfortable. By the time I'm done, I'm out of breath. I'm, regretting doing that. I was always wearing sweats or elastic pants or some, two-piece outfits that were stretchy, because I just didn't want anything on my stomach. So that again was another reason that I did try that. I'm not really a big person or a big fan of just ordering things online willy-nilly, because you've heard the horror stories. You don't have to go into all that, but you know that those situations can happen. So I'm not really a person who, orders just eating everything offline. And I'm also not a person who's always into the hype of what everyone else says. I do some research. I don't necessarily always believe the hype of things, so I wanted to kind of try it for myself. Doing some of the research on where I could find it, I did find out that since I'm not a big fan of buying things online, that my local Target carried it. So I was in Target.
Okay, so we ended up getting a refund for the
thing they had
arm.
set up and the varieties they had on there. So I purchased my RYZE from Target. So if anybody's looking for RYZE, you're like me, you're just not sure with all the, alerts about the fakes out there and ordering from this and that, I got mine from Target. So just want to put that out there. After day, I mean, I would sit on the stool and try to go. I would, even get a stool for my feet while I try to go, just try to help it along, just anything I could do to go. And I was just simply tired of dealing with this every single day. And I wanted to try something, that may work. And I figured, what did I have to lose? So I decided to give it a try. In the next video, I'll talk about day 1 through 5. So join me on part 2 to see what happened the first 5 days of me using RYZE.